Hello folks, welcome to Family Adventures. If you've got an SUV, I'm going to show you how to turn your SUV into a camper van. Stay tuned, enjoy the video. Okay, so the SUV we've got is a MG HS. It's not the best car in the world, I must say, but we're going to turn this MG HS into a camper van. So first things first, what we need to do is find something to black out the windows. I've got just the thing. Wait and see, watch this. Go onto Amazon and there's loads of websites that sell these mesh window mats. Okay, they kind of like twist and fold up, and they come flat packed. Now once you unpack them, they're magnetic as well, so they go in the door like so. Just push it in like that, and they're magnetic. I'm going to do that to all four windows. When the screens get delivered, they come flat packed like this, and you literally just shake it and it unravels. I haven't got a clue how to fold it back up again, but anyway, this is how you put them in the window. One's for the front window, so fit in like so. Like I say, oh, just so happens the wind picked up just as I was trying to do this one-handed, holding the camera at the same time. Like I say, they're magnetic, so it kind of sticks to the sides. So this one goes in and leaves a gap. The reason being is you could, if you wanted to, drive with these in and you can still see your wing mirror. Not ideal, but anyway, that's going to block out a bit of light, and it's going to help us to get a good night's sleep. And one of the good things about the MG HS is it does have a large boot, and also it's got this amazing sort of under boot storage. Oh look, and it's excellent for storing your vintage wine and keeping it warm, especially if it's a nice bottle of red and you want to keep it warm. And then underneath that you got even more space. Look, we got under here, we've got a spare emergency shelter or bivvy type thing, and a barbecue for later on. What we're going to do is fold the front seats down, the back seats down. Fold the back seats. There you go. They go all the way flat. There you go. Both seats flat. That now creates quite a large area for sleeping. It's almost like a queen size double bed, but we need to get this thing out of the way. Just pull and slide. Next thing we want to do is, with that there, if you push it right up against the seat, it creates and stops everything from falling down the back. All right, so the actual shield thing that goes across there, you can push it there and it creates, like I say, it makes the bed go along and down, stops things falling down. Simple. Next thing we got, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to take that out. Inflatable mattress, bought off of eBay, made to fit this particular type of car. I'm going to blow that up and show you what it looks like. Also included in the pack, you get 2 inflatable pillows. And I think we might, yeah, we'll probably use those. And also in the bag is an electric pump, so you don't have to get all wheezy and puffy. I'll show you what it looks like in a sec. So simply lay the inflatable mattress out in the car where you think it's going to sort of go and fit. Right, it's got several chambers. It's like that one for the main chamber, and it's got these ones for the side chambers. So what you want to do is pump up the main chambers first so it fills up the middle of the bed, then you pump up the side chambers so it fits the contours of the side of the car. Also in the kit you will get this handy little patch and glue in case you get a puncture or a leak. Insert the pump into the side of the air chamber and just flick it on. Remembering of course to turn your ignition on. Right, ignition's on, so it should be able to start pumping without starting the engine, hopefully. Let's have a look, let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, well that's pumped up the head section. Other head section. Now to inflate the main section. One annoying little thing is I only have a cigarette lighter in this car at the front, and the lead is only long enough to stretch to there, so I've had to turn the mattress around because we've got more valves at the sides. They're actually at the foot end, and the sides actually pump up the bottom as well, so I'm going to have to just pump up the sides and hope that it sort of fits the contours. The ignition went off again on the car. Keeps sort of turning itself off, times off. Oh, it's done it again. Whatever you do, don't buy an MG. They are awful cars. If you want me to do a review of this MG HS, it's a 2003 model, pre-facelift, please let us know in the comment section of the video. Happy to do a review and let you know all the pros and cons of this car. Still ain't working. Ignition's gone off again. Yeah, it's clearly on over there, look. When you finish pumping each of these, you can push these inside so they don't sort of stick out and get in your way. It's really hard to do with one hand. I can't physically do it, but I'll show you what it looks like. There you go, they push in so they sit flush, so when the mattress is on the floor it don't, you know, be knobbly and roll about. Right, what we're going to do now I've inflated it, I need to take it back out and turn it around, put it back in the car. Kind of fits, doesn't it? Yeah. As long as we can get in and out. Pillows, 1, 2. Blankets, 1, 2. There you go. That's our bed. Isaac's going to demonstrate and get in and show you how comfortable it is. Don't bang your head. Yeah, I might struggle with the length of me because I'm 6'2", but Isaac certainly, there's certainly plenty of room for Isaac. No, maybe. What I might do is push the two front seats forward a little bit, so maybe we could shove the mattress back a little bit, because I'm going to need a little bit extra leg room. Yeah, otherwise I'll be snuggled up like a little squirrel. So moving the seats right the way forward and reclining them back don't quite work. Yeah, because kind of like creates less space. Let's try it the other way, putting the seats all the way back and pushing them forward. Yeah, I certainly think that is the way to go. So seats all the way back, recline them forward a little bit. That's not as, don't go that far, but use the parcel shelf look to fill in the divide, and the cushions sit nicely on there. That's given me another like about, I don't know, 6 to 10 inches of leg space. I need it. One good thing about this car, and I must admit there ain't many good things, is when you leave the doors open, the front light stays on. Look, can you see the front light? That stays on, that's fine. But leaving the boot open, the boot light goes off. So when we're going to sleep tonight, we're probably going to sleep with this up, so then we can get exit out if we get a bite. So that's the plan. So the good thing is we're not going to drain the battery leaving the boot open. So this is our crappy MGHS SUV. What I've done is I've bought these little mesh screens. I've meshed out all the windows, meshed out that one, they're all magnetic, and we've got a blow up inflatable bed. So we've turned this SUV into a camper, and we're going to be camping in this overnight. So hopefully it should be quite nice and dark. There's gaps there where you can, I suppose you can drive with these in if you wanted to. I'm sure that would be illegal though. But yeah, it looks quite dark, but kind of cosy in there. That's our bed for the night. The idea of this is that if we get a storm, we can literally just grab the rods, chairs fold down quite quick, just chuck everything in the boot, jump in the car and go if it gets really, really bad tonight. But I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, just wanted to try out the SUV camping solution. So the last little thing I've done, just to make it that little bit more darker, is I put a the third blanket or sheet that we had up over the windscreen, just to make it a little bit darker. I think we should be all right. It's looking pretty good. It does actually look like a bed now. I think we'll be okay. And just in case nature calls, we do have a special little fold-out camping toilet. So that's just for emergencies only. We're in the bushes tonight, I think, but number twos, we've got a special camping toilet. We'll only show you that if we use it. I'm joking. We're going to do a barbecue tonight by the bankside. We've got this super small fold-out barbecue. This is what it looks like. All the parts. There you go. We're going to pause the video and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, so this is how it is. We've got a pre-packed barbecue pack. We're going to set that on fire, flatten out the coals, and then you just put your grill on the top. Look at that, eh?
That's pretty
barbecue
good.
In a bag,
Yeah.
Barbecue in a bag. Right, let's just spread these coals out. There you go, that's the coals spread out. This is the little top griddle bit that's gonna, oh gosh, a bit hot. Oh. There you go. That's what we're going to be cooking our steak and our chicken on. I'm well looking forward to this. I'm afraid it looks like burnt offerings, but it's certainly tasty enough. We've got garlic bread and some rice down there, but no room on our plates at the moment, Isaac. Make some room, I'll give you some rice, yeah? And some garlic bread. But it tastes good. It's like, Oh. Whoa, yeah, pretty good. Whoa, well, this is going down really well. Nearly finished. How are you doing, Isaac? Yeah, it's pretty good. Well, we were up at about 5:45. The rain started coming down around about 3 in the morning, and most of it we kept dry, didn't we, Isaac?
Yeah.
Kept dry in the car, but there was one point when the rain was coming in sideways and it was starting to drip in the car all over us. So yeah, we kind of like stayed put till about 5:45. Then we got up. Rain just dropped off, so we decided to pack up the fishing stuff. We've just literally chucked it all in the boot, and we're going home for a couple of hours shut eye, because it's still raining, and according to the weather forecast, this rain is set for the rest of the morning. So so that was it. Bit of a report on the camping in the car. Not one of my best ideas. It was pretty uncomfortable. Blow up bed, it worked, it was all fine, but it's just very squeaky and not quite long enough for my legs. My legs wanted to stick out at the end, and my feet started getting cold. And next time, if we do this again, I'll bring bigger blankets, because the blankets are a bit too small. But that's about it. So thanks for watching Family Adventures, and click that like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, maybe on the riverbank, maybe on a different adventure. Thanks a lot, and bye for now. Bye for now, Isaac.
Bye.
No, don't video into our carpets. Oh, okay. I'll edit it. No. Whoa, yeah, pretty good.